Okay, so we have learned to use the dev console, the inspector a little bit, and now we're going to get into using it even a bit more and actually start like messing around with pages. So instead of just looking, now we're going to right click, we're going to inspect again. Here we are at our little thing, and we're going to start removing stuff. And I'm going to just delete where it says Victor Temprano. I just pressed the delete button on my keyboard and it went away. Okay, backspace, whatever, it disappeared. So we've actually, what this means is that we are, with this DevTools thing, it lets us change the HTML document live, like, so we can see it instantly. So again, if we go to this view page source, we can see the original document, and you can see that thing I deleted is still here. But just for the sake of our little version, just in our browser, we can actually manipulate it and change it. And it doesn't change anything on the actual website. It's just our little copy, our little version of the HTML document that got sent to us while we're browsing the internet that we can change and stuff. And Google Chrome or whatever browser will show it to us. And this gets to the idea of what a browser is. A browser is just a program that's installed on your computer that knows how to read these HTML files and some other complicated stuff, but that's really the core. It knows how to read and present them to you. It's not actually like changing anything where the file lives. So the file lives somewhere on some server, some computer, somewhere else in the world. And you just get like a copy of it basically onto your computer, and your browser reads it and presents it to you. So this little local copy that you have of it, you can now manipulate and change, and it won't change anything bad on the actual web page. But it's a great learning tool, and it's great for us and helping us learn HTML. So not just deleting, I can also open up this next one. So I've moused over and I see it has CEO of Mapster. I see there's this little thing, and I can double click on this CEO part and put Joker and press enter, and then it says Joker Mapster. Let's make it Joker of Mapster. And wow, cool. Now I just like change the page. This is going to be really helpful when it comes for us to debug our pages, practice making changes, do changes without having to reload the page all the time, see how things look, because we can just change it right there live without having to change our original code. So we can do that a bit and also start to notice a couple of common things we're going to see a lot. We're going to see a lot of these things called divs. Divs, we're going to see a ton. I'm not going to explain what they are yet. We're just going to get into using them, and you don't really have to worry about what they are in a theoretical way. But just to get used to, we're going to see them. Divs, we're going to see a lot of P, we're going to see a lot of A, and those are kind of our most basic. We're going to see some of this UL and inside that LI. And that's really our core stuff that we're going to see. There's going to be a lot more other than that you're going to get to know as we go further and further. But really, a web page is made of divs, paragraph elements, P, A elements, which is linking. This is basically a link. And then some lists, which are the ULs and the LIs. We're going to get into using them. Don't worry about the acronyms and stuff. I still don't know exactly what A stands for, but we're used to using it, and so it's easy to do that way. So yeah, let's hop into let's say Google's thing, and we're going to look at that one, and we're just going to delete the Google logo. Boom, there, Google logo is gone. So this is also how scammers sometimes like mess with people when they take over their computers. Scammers can take over your computer, send you to a website like make you go to your bank website or something like that. And then they go into the inspector like this, and they type in a bunch of other numbers to make it look like your bank like transferred money from them, and now you have to send it back. And they'll trick people because people don't understand what's happening, and it looks like a bunch of developer crazy code stuff when this is opened. So, they can't do that to you unless they have control of your computer, because this is just local on your computer and no one can do it except for someone who actually is controlling your computer. But just so you know, it is powerful that way, and you can make some changes. You could trick someone. If you made your own version of the Google site, put your own little face on it or something, you could be like, hey mom, look, they're featuring me on Google, and trick somebody with that, right? So play around a bit, get in again to some of your favorite sites, delete some stuff, look at what they have going on in these different parts, what happens if you delete something. And in the next section, we'll actually start building some HTML, starting to modify and change stuff with our own HTML, and then keep moving forward into making it look cool and making it interactive. See you in the next one.